Hello and welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today I'm cleaning up my herb pantry and I thought to make a video with you guys and share what kind of herbs that I have in my collection. So hopefully it can help someone out there who is either beginning to work with herbs and essential oils and spices for healing benefits, or someone who is wanting to build their herbal pantry and is looking for other herbs to stock. So let's get started with what I have right now. I'm going to break up everything for you. So here to start off with, we have eucalyptus essential oil, and I've talked about it before. Eucalyptus is a wonderful antibacterial oil that I usually put in my diffuser. So it works amazing for that, and I also use it to make the homemade shower melts that are great for helping to decongest. Also, we have the Acre, which is a lovely Moroccan red powder that is amazing for helping with skin impurities, for helping with removing acne, for helping with cleansing the skin. And all you would need to get started with is a little tiny pinch in your lotion. It's going to change the color to red. It will not stain in most cases because you're only using a little bit, but it will literally transform your skin if you get the natural version of the Acre, and you can get it from Moroccan stores, or you can also get it online. This one I got it specifically from Morocco, from their herbal store. Here we have some Wildcrafted rose that I have dried myself in the dehydrator, and I use it for all sorts of things, including baths, also to make rose water, rose jam, rose oil, and also to use it as incense and for candles as well. So there's so much benefits of rose petals right here, and nothing compares to the actual real one that you've harvested yourself. Honestly, I've purchased so much rose petals and rose buds from the store, and you could basically tell the difference between ones that you've foraged and ones that you purchased from the store when it comes to the quality. Here we have some of the herbs that I've also dried myself, starting with red clover. Red clover is an amazing herb that can be used similar to lady mantles in terms of its effects on the woman hormonal system when it comes to period pain, when it comes to estrogen dominance as well. This herb can be boiled to make a tea, to make a deconcoction. You can also make an infused oil with it, but my favorite way to have it is as a tea. It's lovely along with rose petals as well. It really helps. It works both together that way to help make a lovely tea during nighttime specifically. I would have it in the morning, to be honest. During nighttime would be best. Here we have dandelion leaves. Dandelion leaves, I've got a whole packet of about 1 kilo from iHerb, and it's been stocking quite well for about 6 months now, and I'm looking to use this up by making a different sorts of tinctures. So stay tuned if you're looking to participate in the tincturing workshop that I have that's going to run in about a week or so. So I'll keep you informed and I'll let you know. Here we have Wormwood, Shea, that I got it from Morocco. So this one, we're going to use it as a tincture, and I've talked about the importance of wormwood when it comes to helping to detox the body. When it comes to deworming as well, it's amazing for that. Next, we have vegetable glycerin. Vegetable glycerin is an amazing ingredient to use in your tinctures. It's food-based. You can use it to make tinctures rather than using alcohol. In order to make a non-alcoholic tincture, you can also use it in your skincare, in your blends. If you're a big fan of making shea butter mixtures, if you're a fan of making your own skincare, then you can use glycerin as a moisturizing ingredient. it helps to soften and moisturize the skin. And I get it from the Now brand because they have it in bulk, and it's the largest size that I could get from iHerb. Let's see what we have here. We also have some hemp oil, some cold pressed fresh hemp oil that's been extracted right in front of us in Morocco. So that's great to use for the hair specifically. I know that hemp oil can also be used internally because it is an amazing source of omega-3 and omega-6 and omega-9s as well, but it has specific benefits for the hair, for helping to nourish the hair follicle and fight hair loss as well. So this is what we use it for. Then we have oat straw right at the back. The kids are a big fan of oat straw. It is a very calming herb, and I've talked about it previously in many of my videos, and I've talked about the benefits and how I personally use it. I specifically use oat straw for my children to help as a nerve relaxant. I have a child with ADHD that specifically benefits from oat straw as tea, along with rose hips as well, and rosebuds. So that's a warming tea right here. We've talked about wormwood. What else do we have? We have Calamine lotion, which is great for the nasty mosquito bites that happen. This helps to basically soothe the skin. It helps to add a layer of protection to the skin, and you need to apply it as soon as you have a mosquito bite. Apart from mosquito bite, it also helps with skin inflammation to calm the skin when it comes to rosacea, when it comes to eczema, psoriasis as well. Calamine lotion is amazing, and it does have zinc oxide in it as well, so it provides that relief from itching and from any sort of mild burns as well. We have mustard oil. Mustard oil, this is for external use only. I use it in making hair lotions and hair gels as well. It's really, really great for the hair. I also sometimes use it for the feet, under the feet as well. Really important to help in reducing the pain under the feet, especially after doing the foot bath that I've talked about in the previous video about how it helps to calm down the pain in the feet, and I've been suffering from callus for a while now, so the foot bath has been quite helpful. After the foot bath, I just apply a few drops under the feet of mustard oil, and it also works that way as well. And then wear socks before bed. It helps to keep the skin moisturized, and also has anti-inflammatory benefits as well. Usually mustard oil is used in the Middle Eastern region for the hair, to help in nourishing the hair follicles. Next we have cocoa butter. Cocoa butter is for external use only, and it works as a moisturizer. It's consistently and feel is similar to shea butter, but it's less thick in a way, so I feel like it's more gentle on the skin, and you can easily use it on the face as well. So I like using cacao butter on specific parts that are really dry, for example the knees, as well the calves, any place that's quite dry in the body, especially now we have winter time here in Finland, so it's really important to keep the skin moisturized. Next we have alum. Alum is amazing. It's basically a rock crystal form, if you can tell here. It is a rock crystal form that can be used in order to serve as a natural deodorizer for the skin, to remove the sweat smell as well, and to help in deodorizing the body. So you can basically use it straight away after showering. Make sure to rub it that way. Some people use alum powder to make their own deodorizer, and I'll be sharing a recipe soon about that. So grinding the alum with other ingredients as well to make your own at-home deodorizer, and you'll need an essential oil to help serve as a fragrance and as a antibacterial wait, this is comfrey root, and comfrey root comes with its own set of warnings that I would need to debrief you about. So first of all, comfrey root is an amazing root that can be used only externally. You cannot apply it to broken or swollen skin. You can also not allowed to use it either while nursing or pregnant. Please refrain from using it during pregnancy and during nursing as well, and you're not allowed to use it long term. And usually it can be used as a poultice, as a herbal let's say, band-aid, herbal band-aid for broken bones, swelling joints, anything external on the body to do with bones or joints as well, and inflammation and swelling. So comfrey root is amazing. You can use it for that, and I use it for external use, as I previously said. This one's an interesting one. I haven't really been able to get a hand of it here in Finland as well as in Australia. This is Costus root, and Costus root is a extremely antibacterial, anti-inflammatory wood-shaped bark, as you can tell here, and it can be used for so many different ways. In the Middle East, they use it to grind it into powder. They make a tincture out of it. They make a tea out of it. It's believed to be very anti-parasitic, to the point where it helps to cleanse the body from toxins, and they also use it for the hair in terms of making a deconcussion and using it for the hair. So I previously talked about Costus root, but I will talk about it in detail in another video. I don't want to take too much of your time. Just giving you a brief tour of what is inside my cabinet. So I'm heading over to the second category right over here and showing you what I have here. More Wildcrafted rosebuds, plenty of ones that have been dried, and I've made some videos about that. This is a sleepy tea. This is a combination of herbs that are perfect for helping with relaxing the nervous system, helping with sleep as well. And I can try to open it up for you guys so you can see the blend of herbs here. So basically, in order to make the tea, we just get a teaspoon of this to 1 cup of boiled water, and we let it steep for about 5-10 minutes, and it has a blend of different herbs, among them mullein leaf, there's rose, there's a couple of bark herbs as well, there is chamomile, there is jasmine flowers in there. There are a bunch of dried herbs, mainly florals, to help with relaxing the body and to serve as a mild relaxant, and also florals that are high in magnesium to achieve better sleep and to fight insomnia as well. And these are my son's wooden outfit of it. I'm not sure what they're doing here, but let's have a look at this one's interesting. This one is the frankincense tears that I've talked about, and frankincense tears can be used as incense. They can be used for the skin. They can be used internally as well, and these are my favorite. They're really high quality, and it comes in different quality. The frankincense, some of it's quite poor quality, and you can tell because it comes in much more larger sizes. It's not filtered enough. The smaller petals, I really appreciate and love these because I can tell that they're high quality. The smell, the scent, everything about them really indicates that they are high quality. This one right here is a Moroccan herb that's usually used as a natural toothpick, and it's believed to help with oral health as well, strengthening the gums, strengthening the tooth, and it's traditionally been used in Morocco. And I will insert the name of this herb in the description box below because unfortunately I'm not able to remember it at this time. Here we have some waraq sidr, which means lote leaves. I purchased these from Morocco. Again, they're basically small leaves that are from the lote tree. They're anti-inflammatory, antibacterial. People use it as tea. Some people also make tincture out of it, and we will be doing a hair mask on the next video, grinding these up, mixing it with a couple of other ingredients and using it as a natural hair mask. This is pomegranate peel that's dried, and it's very astringent. It is very antioxidant filled, but astringent in this way that it is extremely drying. So we use it in different ways. We use it as a wash for the hair to help in removing excess oils, and also we grind it up and use it in our DIY homemade toothpaste, so stay tuned for that. This is dried Costus root, the same woody bark that I've showed you in the first part of the video. This is the dried grinded Costus root, and this is what we were using to make face masks, hair masks. We can also use it to make tinctures as well, and it's extremely powerful because that wooden bark that you saw in the first part of the video, it takes quite a lot to grind these up into powders and combine it into that jar. This is Herbal, and it is my favorite blend of incense that I use. As you can tell here, there is a couple of herbs other than the Herbal seed. We have bay leaves, we have a little bit of frankincense here, we have rock salt, we have different florals as well, including rose, and we just usually burn about a 1/4 teaspoon of that onto hot charcoal, smoke it up, open the windows, walk in anti-clockwise in the house. Really helps to serve as a smoke cleansing ritual every Friday morning. This is bay leaves from Morocco, and everyone knows the importance of bay leaves, apart from them being culinary spice used in foods that have meat, chicken, fish. They're also extremely important because we use them as part of the smoke cleansing. We burn bay leaves along with frankincense, or we can also make tea out of them, an infusion that will really help to strengthen the body. These are grinded rose hips. Rose hips are extremely high in vitamin C. We use it to add it to smoothies. We also add it to yogurt or honey to make a face masks. High in vitamin C, high in antioxidants, rose hip powder. This is a DIY sleep tea that we've combined together. It has a blend of chamomile, valerian root, lavender. It also has licorice inside as well. So there's lavender, valerian root, there is licorice, and there is also, I think, cloves in there as well. I did mention that. So this sleepy tea is what we consistently use, and whenever it's finished, I just add more to it. This is a tea blend from Indonesia that we got as a gift, the Magnoticine tea. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, and it comes into a powder form, and it's filled with antioxidants. So if you want, we can talk more about that in a later video. Lastly, we have Vitex. Vitex chasteberry is an amazing herb that looks like the devil's claw, and it looks quite weird, to be honest, but it is extremely powerful for the hormonal system, extremely powerful for helping to combat estrogen dominance, period cramps, period pain, hot flashes, menopausal symptoms as well. And you can make this into tea. You can grind it up and make it into 400 megagram capsules. We can talk about that later on. We've come towards the end of today's video, 17 minutes and a half long. I appreciate every single one of you guys that have been watching this video. Thank you so much. And if you want to learn about any of the herbs that we talked about in today's video, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye. Visiting a Chinese herbal medicine shop can be a very interesting and culturally enriching experience. Chinese herbal medicine has a long history, and it's deeply rooted in the culture as well. Here are some things you may want to know before visiting a Chinese herbal medicine shop. Now, firstly, you need to understand traditional Chinese medicine and how it works. Traditional Chinese medicine is basically a holistic system that views the body and the mind as interconnected and influenced by the balance of vital energy. Chinese herbal medicine is an integral part of traditional Chinese medicine, and it is aimed to restore and balance and harmonize the body. Also, in regards to consultation with a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner, in many Chinese herbal medicine shops, there might be a practitioner who can provide personalized advice based on your individual health needs. They may ask you about your symptoms, medical history, and even examine your tongue and pulse as part of the diagnostic process. Chinese herbal medicine involves the use of various herbs and plant-based substances. Now, the shop may have a wide range of dried herbs, roots, and other botanicals. It's important to have a basic understanding of the herbs you're looking for or seek guidance from the staff. Some Chinese herbal medicine shops may have staff who speak limited English. It can be really helpful to bring a translator or use a translation app to communicate effectively, especially if you have a specific health concern or a question. Chinese herbal medicine can be consumed in many forms, such as a deconcoction, powders, pills, or capsules. Some herbs may be bitter, some have a strong taste, and the preparation method can also affect their effectiveness as well. Discuss with your preferences and any dietary restrictions you may have with your practitioner to ensure that they follow the best choice and the best plan. Authenticity is important, as the efficiency of Chinese herbal medicine relies on the quality and the proper identification of the herbs. Look for shops that follow good manufacturing processes. In some countries, there may be regulations governing the sale of herbal products. Make sure that the shop complies with local regulations and standards. Ask about the sourcing and the quality control processes for the herbs. Now, Chinese herbal medicine also may not be covered by health insurance in some areas. Inquire about the cost of consultation as well as herbal prescriptions. Discuss with the practitioner if you want more affordable options or if you want to pay in payment plans. Chinese herbal medicine often takes time to show its effects. It may require patience and consistency in following the prescribed plan. Be open-minded, communicate any concerns or any changes with your practitioner during the follow-up visits. Now, visiting a Chinese herbal medicine shop can be a valuable experience for anyone that's interested in exploring alternative or traditional healthcare practices. Always consult with your qualified healthcare professional and inform your doctor about any complementary therapies you are considering. I wish you all the best. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Really glad to have you here. In this video, we're going to talk about the Chinese medicine herb called Mahuang. Absolutely amazing. You can use the twigs and the root for that. We're going to talk about what to use it for, what are the benefits, what are the words of caution that I want you to be aware of regarding the side effects of the Mahuang herb, common recipes that are great to try at home for using Mahuang, and the different things that you can use it for. So let's get started. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like videos like this, we make daily videos discussing different herbs and wellness tactics and tips and tricks. So go ahead and click on the subscribe button if you enjoy videos like these. So Mahuang is a great herbal root, and also you can use the twigs. It's been used in China. Usually it's been used in China as an anti-asthmatic herb for the last 5,000 years at least. So it's really rich in alkaloids, it's really rich in volatile oils, in saponins as well. And when it comes to the twigs, they are very pungent, bitter and warm, and the root is very neutral as well. It's quite pungent, but it's very neutral in that sense. And the Mahuang herb was actually used by Chinese scientists in 1924, and the alkaloid called Ephedra was extracted from that plant, and it was first identified by the Chinese in 1924, and it's absolutely amazing because it helps with asthma as well. And we've got the Indian variety, the Indian type of the Mahuang herb, which is the species called Ephedra, and I will include the name of the species, the name of the exact herb in the description box below, just in case if I didn't pronounce it correctly. So it's the Indian variety is also really great because it's a potent tonic and elixir of youth. So the twigs are very amazing. They're anti-spasmodic, they're really good for detoxifying because they promote sweating as well, and also they're antibacterial. They are having the antiviral properties, specifically when it comes to the essential oil of the Mahuang, which can be extracted using the twigs. So what the twigs are used for, they're commonly used to relieve bronchial spasms and asthma. They can also have anti-allergic properties, and they're really important when it comes to tackling the hay fever and also the nasty nettle rash. So in China, they also use it for specifically the colds and flus, and also they use it for headaches, aches and pains, general aches and pains, and also a chesty cough as well. So this is the uses of the twigs of the Mahuang herb. Now, about the root of the Mahuang herb is used for night sweats, and it's really amazing because it's generally helps with excessive sweating, and in traditional Chinese medicine it's also been used to help with the yin deficiency, and it helps with that as well. Now, one of the best ways to use the twigs is to make a tincture or purchase a tincture from your local health food store or your local Chinese herbal medicine practitioner. So the tincture is really amazing for asthma, absolutely amazing for hay fever, and they're usually used to help with severe chills as well. Now, you can combine tincture along with the thyme tincture. Specifically, it helps with bronchial asthma, and it also helps with boosting the immune system in general. Now, usually when it comes to that, if you're living in the UK, you need to be very careful because they have a maximum permitted dose by law, which can be given by the holistic practitioners in the UK, which is about 2.5 ml of the 1 to 4 tincture 3 times per day. But of course, you need to check with your medical holistic practitioner if you are seeing one, if you are living in the UK, and they will be able to give you the right dose for yourself, for your condition, and for everything regarding that as well. So the right dose for you needs to be given by the medical holistic practitioner. When it comes to the deconcussion of the twigs, it's actually prescribed for common colds, coughs, asthma, and hay fever, and it's usually used as a diuretic when it comes to helping with the kidney health. So in China, they use it, and they also use it in the US as well. You can also make a deconcussion from the root, which the Chinese actually use in a condition where there's weakness in the yin and gui energy that leads to excessive sweating. So the root really helps with helping to tame excessive sweating, whilst the twigs help to induce sweating. So they work differently. So a little bit of words of caution here. If you live in the UK, under the 1968 Medicine Act, it can be used by practitioners only, so you won't find it being sold in the stores, and that's quite normal. The same thing applies to Australia and New Zealand because it's actually considered a restricted herb. And if you really need to use it, you need to get in contact with a medical holistic practitioner in your area to help you get the herb and to help to give you the right dose for that. It should also be avoided in severe cases of hypertension. If you've got coronary thrombosis as well, please avoid using it, as well as cases of glaucoma. And it cannot be used by patients taking MAO inhibitors. If you are using any sort of holistic herbal remedy, if you are using any sort of essential oil, please make sure you consult your medical practitioner as well as your holistic practitioner as well if you want to go ahead and use it. Absolutely amazing. You can use the twigs and the root for that. We're going to talk about what to use it for, what are the benefits, what are the words of caution that I want you to be aware of regarding the side effects of the Mahuang herb, common recipes that are great to try at home for using Mahuang, and the different things that you can use it for. So let's get started. If you haven't subscribed to the channel and you like videos like this, we make daily videos discussing different herbs and wellness tactics and tips and tricks. So go ahead and click on the subscribe button if you enjoy videos like these. So Mahuang is a great herbal root, and also you can use the twigs. It's been used in China. Usually it's been used in China as an anti-asthmatic herb for the last 5,000 years at least. So it's really rich in alkaloids, it's really rich in volatile oils, in saponins as well. And when it comes to the twigs, they are very pungent, bitter and warm, and the root is very neutral as well. It's quite pungent, but it's very neutral in that sense. Now, about the root, The root of the Mahuang herb is used for night sweats, and it's really amazing because it's generally helps with excessive sweating, and in traditional Chinese medicine it's also been used to help with the yin deficiency, and it helps with that as well. Now, one of the best ways to use the twigs is to make a tincture or purchase a tincture from your local health food store or your local Chinese herbal medicine practitioner. So the tincture is really amazing for asthma, absolutely amazing for hay fever, and they're usually used to help with severe chills as well. Now, you can combine tincture along with the thyme tincture. Specifically, it helps with bronchial asthma, and it also helps with boosting the immune system in general. Now, usually when it comes to that, if you're living in the UK, you need to be very careful because they have a maximum permitted dose by law, which can be given by the holistic practitioners in the UK, which is about 2.5 ml of the 1 to 4 tincture 3 times per day. But of course, you need to check with your medical holistic practitioner if you are seeing one, if you are living in the... Now, one of the best ways to use the twigs is to make a tincture or purchase a tincture from your local health food store or your local Chinese herbal medicine practitioner. So the tincture is really amazing for asthma, absolutely amazing for hay fever, and they're usually used to help with severe chills as well. Now, you can combine tincture along with the thyme tincture. Specifically, it helps with bronchial asthma, and it also helps with boosting the immune system in general. Now, usually when it comes to that, if you're living in the UK, you need to be very careful because they have a maximum permitted dose by law, which can be given by the holistic practitioners in the UK, which is about 2.5 ml of the 1 to 4 tincture 3 times per day. But of course, you need to check with your medical holistic practitioner if you are seeing one, if you are living in the... It's really rich in alkaloids, it's really rich in volatile oils, in saponins as well. And when it comes to the twigs, they are very pungent, bitter and warm, and the root is very neutral as well. It's quite pungent, but it's very neutral in that sense. And the Mahuang herb was actually used by Chinese scientists in 1924, and the alkaloid called Ephedra was extracted from that plant, and it was first identified by the Chinese in 1924, and it's absolutely amazing because it helps with asthma as well. And we've got the Indian variety, the Indian type of the Mahuang herb, which is the species called Ephedra, and I will include the name of the species, the name of the exact herb in the description box below, just in case if I didn't pronounce it correctly. So it's the Indian variety is also really great because it's a potent tonic and elixir of youth. So the twigs are very amazing. They're anti-spasmodic, they're really good for detoxifying because they promote sweating as well, and also they're antibacterial. They are having the antiviral properties, specifically when it comes to the essential oil of the Mahuang, which can be extracted using the twigs. So what the twigs are used for, they're commonly used to relieve bronchial spasms and asthma. They can also have anti-allergic properties, and they're really important when it comes to tackling the hay fever and also the nasty nettle rash. So in China, they also use it for specifically the colds and flus, and also they use it for headaches, aches and pains, general aches and pains, and also a chesty cough as well. So this is the uses of the twigs of the Mahuang herb.